Welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here the night after WrestleMania with Monday Night Raw, and tonight we're going to see some of the draft figures appear, some of the NXT people call-ups appear, and we're going to look to move some of the storylines in a slightly different direction as we have 4 weeks until the next Raw pay-per-view. We're going to start the pre-show with the call-up of the Bollywood boys, as I was going to start pushing Jahinda with them, so they're going to just do some tag team matches on the pre-show just to get up a bit, and they beat some more of my new NXT talents, Conrad and Dynasty. I've basically just filled NXT with so much talent, it's actually unbelievable what we've got now. We gave Del Rio a win over Leo Rush, another one added to NXT. We then gave #DIY a win over Ace Hawkins, Adam Page, brand new one, Mr. Page. Rich Swann has come to Raw through the draft, so I gave him a win over Charlie Garrett. I'm disappointed that we ended up with Rich Swann because I wanted some Hill cruiserweights, but I wanted it to be completely random, and sadly he was one of the names randomised. I don't mind this one. Apollo Crews has now come to Raw, and he gets a win over Rhino. I gave Crime Time just a win. They needed a win of sorts against another couple of NXT boys. John Morrison beats Cody Hall. Cody Hall, if I had to call that 4 more, he would have been in those 4 more, so he's not quite there. If it happens, it will happen later through the year for him. And then we gave System X a victory over a couple of new ones. Reed Bentley and Robert Slide. It's simple, just some NXT boys. I want to try and give System X a bit more of a push, and you know where we can go with this. We've got plenty of tag teams now. We start the show with Roman Reigns, your new champion, coming to the ring, holding up his belt. The crowd react in their typical manner. Some cheers, some boos. But the truth is, the big dog is standing tall after WrestleMania. And then we jump into a segment where Seth Rollins comes out and says he wants his rematch and he wants it tonight. But then Brock Lesnar's music hits. The Beast Incarnate has come to Monday Night Raw, and he sets his sights with his advocate Paul Heyman on Roman Reigns and that championship. He doesn't care who gets in his way, he wants that title. And we start by giving American Alpha a win over the Ascension. Remember, this is the night after Mania, so we need to not have as bigger impact matches. I think that's fair to say. So we do this. And then we get Griffiths and Ryback come out and attack American Alpha. These powerhouses just throw these athletes around like they're rag dolls. It's shocking the way they treat these two. So we've gone for a full-blown, giving them a chance as a powerhouse tag team. And they're going to start with American Alpha as their first play-by-play team for now. And we gave Jahinda Mahal a victory. He is our new TV champion. He beats Dawkins, simple win. And then R-Truth comes out. Yes, R-Truth has come to Monday Night Raw, and he cuts a little promo on Jahinda, telling him how he was lucky. And in all his life, he wants this title. He wants to have the last hurrah of his career going for a championship, and he wants it off Jahinda. Roderick Strong, keep trying to push him. He goes against Pentagon Jr., which is frustrating because it was another heel cruiserweight that got drafted to Raw. Yes, I wanted to treat it as authentic as I could. I didn't want to pick and choose who moved. So it was Pentagon Junior who came across, which is not. He can do some good matches and move away from the idea of being just a cruiserweight. So I'm happy, and it's a great match. Strong is ready and willing to go to the next level. We then have Primetime Players cutting a promo saying, "We've come to Raw. We're going to sort out the mistakes that we've been having on that other show. We're going to come back. We're going to win some tag team title gold. We're going to start that next." And they faced their new NXT call-ups, the Enemy of the State, who pick up the win. Primetime Players start with a defeat. And Titus O'Neil is tired. He turns on Darren Young, beating him senseless. And we're going to complete this turn. He's now a jealous brute. For some reason that didn't move the storyline along, which disappoints, but never mind. So we've broken up the Primetime Players. The Miz says he's going to have an easy win tonight. And he calls out the latest NXT call-up. And we brought back Alex Riley. He is pretty much going to be a jobber. There's a chance he may flirt in around that TV title match. Unless I can find a good tag team partner for him. Or a good little storyline I want to work with. But I thought these two might have good chemistry because they were good together in the past. But The Miz picks up a nice, simple win. And then Dolph Ziggler arrives and sort of tells The Miz, "You won a ladder match. Way to go, pal. We've all done that once in a while. How about you face me at Vengeance?" Let's check. I haven't booked anything. At Vengeance for that Intercontinental Championship. So we're teasing with the idea of this. And The Miz says, "Why should I face you? I've beaten you before. I can do it again. Prove to me you deserve it." So we're going to do a little bit of a tease that it may be that. We gave Certified G's another victory. They beat the Shining Stars. Team they beat for the tag titles. Simple. Nothing fancy in this match. And then the newest tag team, the Bucks. They have come to Monday Night Raw. They come out, attack Big Kaz and Enzo, leave them in a heap on the floor, and grab a mic and cut a promo and tell them that they want those tag team titles. They are the greatest tag team in this company, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So we're going to really try and push the Bucks for the tag titles now. Whoa. Daniel Bryan and Finn Balor defeat Big E and Kevin Owens. Bray Wyatt defeated Kevin Owens. Finn Balor apparently was the weak link, but he is coming on well. And the storylines have lost heat because they were absolutely insane after the Mania matches, both of these two. But we're keeping everything moving along. We move on to Luke Harper cutting a promo on himself, which is really good. Just saying that he wants to come out as a single star. He wants to be bigger than that cult leader Bray Wyatt. It's kind of heelish, but he's just saying he wants to just hurt people. And he gets to do that as he beats Jack Swagger. Another pretty impressive match, you know. Wasn't expecting that higher level from these two. Do we get anything good from this? Low heat on the storyline. Swagger is in the potential future Intercontinental storyline, so that works too. We then cut to the backstage where Triple H welcomes Randy Orton back into the fold. And he says, well, one of you needs to go and sort this mess out. The three of you are going to team up. You're going to take out our problems tonight in the main event. And if you don't, there'll be consequences. And in the match, Randy, Seth and Ambrose do pick up the win over Roman Reigns and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler takes the pin. It was important that Dolph took the pin because Bray is the champ, as is Roman. But I wanted the challengers to get the much needed victory. But then afterwards, Brock Lesnar returns once again. And he attacks Roman Reigns. And you end the show with him staring at Roman Reigns and Triple H on the ramp. Triple H has a decision to make for next week on who can go and face Roman at Vengeance. And we end the show. Well, I think we're going to struggle to get an 80-ish. An 81. I'm okay with that. I think we could have had worse. Remember, we've got to rebuild some of the storylines that's always going to be growing again. So we'll head back to the main screen and check some news. And we are back, so let's read some news. Raw is the top of the list. We have a lot of out of the limelight about people returning to the main sort of era of wrestling, I guess. Not really sure why this is main story news, but there's a lot to read. I'm probably not going to read it, I'm not that interested. Michael Cole wants a pay rise. Okay. That's not the most important stuff. Cody Hall does want to come up from developmental. As I said, he's the closest to somebody who would come up. You might have a quick look at some of his stats. And what we're going to just check is some of these storylines. And that one's sort of staying the same. We're keeping Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in that one. The end of the players is okay, I guess. The future I see, I'm keeping the same sort of guys in there. We just tracked Apollo Crews in. The IC, I'm keeping the same guys around it as well until I make up my mind 100% who's going to face who. This will always be my weak storyline. I'm just trying to keep some of them relevant. The TV title, it's got a lot of heels in it now that Ty Dillinger's injured. So I do need to think of another face. That's why I may put, well, you know what, I'm going to put Alex Riley in it. Just to give it a face. The World Heavyweights, we put Brock into that. And that one, they're not even champs, but I've still got them because they're doing stuff together. The tag team ones, I'm going to keep the Usos in and around it, because I may do like a number one contender match first. On the creative side of things, we are where we expect to be. Same on that page. The next big things, I like how Darker is on here now. She's come up from NXT. And the Hot Prospects, pretty much the same. The Talks, it's disappointing that it's Austin on there. Bray Wyatt number one is good. Who is hot? What you expect? I thought to check the ring generals, but these are the guys that have the best matches, so you clearly see why Roderick is on there. And the not list is what you expect. The time decline, it proves why I'm probably going to let this lot go. Not use these two up very often at all. Mark Henry's got one last little storyline I'm probably going to use before he goes. I believe our truth is up very soon. If there are any hidden gems, I think they all work for TNA now, which disappoints me greatly because I cannot sign them. I'm keeping the agreement where I cannot sign them at all. So, yeah, not too worried. The ages also put me off. I'd rather build a superstar than have a ready-made one. As for Cody Hall, we're going to just check some of these stats. See what we're looking at. Popularity, he's only gone up like 10. I know he's mainly losing on the pre-show, but still. When we look at actual stuff, brawling has gone up a grade and a half. Chain wrestling's gone up. Mat wrestling's gone up. Submission's flown up. And aerial's increased a lot. And flashness, so that's good. performance has increased dramatically. And physical, no, he's got a little bit more stamina. Otherwise, he's pretty much the same. Good at the camera stuff, and above average entertainment. And his reputation has increased in respect. So he may get a jobber role somewhere sooner than later. Otherwise, that will finish Raw, and we'll come back to SmackDown next to see what we're going to do on that show. Thank you for watching.